Now let's talk about personal wealth. People online love to throw around wild net worth numbers for politicians. But here is the truth. Congressional financial disclosures are not designed to give the public one clean number. They give ranges, assets in ranges, liabilities in ranges, investments in ranges. That means you cannot honestly say, down to the dollar, exactly what Chuck Schumer is worth from public disclosures alone. And again, this is the system, and it needs to change. But the larger issue is not only his personal net worth. The larger issue is how long-term political power creates access, status, influence, and protection. Schumer has been in elected office since the 1970s. State Assembly, U.S. House, U.S. Senate, Senate Democratic leader, majority leader, minority leader. That is not a normal career. That is a lifetime inside the political machine. And when someone sits in that machine for decades, the question becomes bigger than one bank account. Who funds the campaigns? Who gets the meetings? Who shapes the bills? Who writes the fine print? Who gets protected when voters are angry? And who benefits when the public is distracted? With Schumer, the Israel record is clear enough to raise serious questions. He has been one of Washington's strongest defenders of Israel. He has received major support from pro-Israel donors. He helped move major aid. He criticized Netanyahu when public pressure grew, but he did not break with the deeper policy structure. That is the Schumer model. Sound reasonable. Speak carefully. Protect the alliance. Keep the donors comfortable. Keep the party together. And when the base gets angry, adjust the language, not necessarily the policy. That is not just about Chuck Schumer. That is how Washington survives. The system does not need politicians to be cartoon villains. It needs them to be disciplined, loyal, funded, connected, and careful enough to make influence look like normal politics. So after half a century in office, the final question is not whether Chuck Schumer knows how Washington works. Of course he does. The question is whether Washington works for voters or for the people who can afford access. If the Democratic Party actually wants to be about the American democracy and advocate for Americans, they need to replace the old guards of the establishment and push new blood that is honest and wants to change the system. It's time he loses the election and retire. Like, follow, and share for the next politician in this series, because we are not following speeches. We are following the money.